Hey folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Monster Train run. We're going to run the beta today, and we're going to try another Solgard the Martyr run. Um, Dude? Gender unclear. They got some changes on Friday, and the way that it works is that now instead of an action, its ability is resolve at the end of combat, so I want to see how it feels given those changes. Um, you have unexciting but maybe good starting cards. I hope I have. I wanted the other starting cards so that I could just like reform those every single turn, but that's fine. Do I just want to play the Frostbite build and see how much worse it is, or do I want to try Phased? Let's play the Frostbite build again and see if it feels... Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, now this is Revenge. Apply 1 Frostbite per shard to enemy units. So this is now a frontline unit? Oh, that's super interesting. Yeah. Yeah, let's give that a go. Well, these are both insane starting relics. My current problem is that I have a whole bunch of creatures in a build that wants to incant a whole bunch. So, do I want to fix that by making my spells cheap? Or do I want to fix that by taking pressure off of my primary unit for the first few floors? The issue with taking Flicker's Liquor is I have almost nothing that I want to make cheap. I guess I have the Glacial Seal that I'd like to make cheap. Oh wow, this is really tough. I'm gonna take the Jack Strips. Jack Strips makes a lot of trials free and will save my prior HP for fights that are going to be harder. Yeah, like this fight becomes significantly easier once the backline units just kill themselves on moving up a floor. Oh, why are you the small floor? Two? Seems like you're going on floor 2. Are you good this fight here? That is unclear to me. Like, I'm not sure if that's better than just having a train steward behind. I also might need to just incant some more to make sure that I beat the boss. Or we can just, like, draw 100 points of damage against the boss. Like, that's cool, too. Yeah, so up here, we just loot away some junk. maybe need some defensive options for this unit still. Things that pick off the back line are less necessary than normal, although additional Frostbite synergy and more things that stack Frostbite are probably good. Probably going here. Like, I want incant units. I don't want any melting banners this entire time if I can help it. We're pretty good at dealing with some backline stuff. I need to pick more spells so that I can incant more, so I don't think skipping is really an option here. I think I'm going to take a Titan's Gratitude because I'm about to walk into a Merchant of Magic where I don't really have anything that I want to put spell power on, and this costs 1. I don't mind this, but again, if long-term we're going this incant-based strategy, I think I'm just going to take gold here. Unit's, like, too good to just pass, right? Not the encounter I want. Do I accept? Do we really want one of the backline enchanters to go behind this? I could play a 2-floor build and take this Cold Kylia and play like Cold Kylia and Shark to do some bottom line damage, but that's probably worse than like trying to find a unit here, upgrade it here, duplicate it here. I think I'm just gonna skip this. Alright, I kind of want to just hold over an offering token in hopes that that becomes good later. It means that I am more frequently going to have an incant-based thing that I really like, and this Titan's Gratitude hits like a truck and will basically kill an early boss on its own. I don't know if this is worth the 25 gold to make it free. I'm going to do that, but that's a little questionable, since so many of my cards are already free. But the more things we make free, the more likely I am to be able to take discard, or not discard, card draw every fight. Yeah, all in all, awkward fight. Jackstrips are going to kill all of these things, but this creature is going to take some hits. It may just be that I play both of these on the bottom floor, because otherwise my champion takes at least 5 damage this turn. Back and actually hit this. Can I keep something alive on the top floor? Yeah, I can keep something alive on the top floor to get a top floor collector if I do this. So let's kill that with this. Then what's most important here? Probably trying to cast 2 spells. Yeah. Welp. We just have this frostbite themed deck. We do one thing, and apparently we don't do it very well as of right now. Like, that's going to be enough to get a kill just based on what we have here. This deck feels a little awkward. Okay, so which one do we want? Do we want to stay on theme, or do we want another thing that hits like a truck? I feel like we're pretty good on the frostbite route. Let's get something that hits like a truck. Molded for recycling entombed explosives is interesting. I don't know that it's actually good, though. I think I'm just going to skip that. We'd like to get the deck down considerably in size so that I can like use offering token to very consistently trigger offerings. Speaking of, holdover on Crypt Builder plus holdover on offering token is kind of a cute combo, right? Yeah. There we go, Rage Incanter. Not the Siren of the Sea I want. But looks like it's happening. So that's gonna be real cute later. I'm gonna enjoy that. Wow, this is a rarity. I have nothing that I can Emberstone upgrade. I don't think I've ever been at that point before as of Circle 3. The full heal card from Awoken is probably the best hit here. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's just 10 gold. Regen isn't great without the ability to stack it up. And as of right now, I don't know that we're actually incanting very much with this. Like, I don't know that I want to add an awkward card to the deck when I'm really looking for a lot of card removal. Like, in an ideal world, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 card removes over the course of this run. I think the gold is precious. Oh wait, hold up. We're straight up fighting Daedalus? Are we to the point of the beta now where we're allowed to fight Daedalus again? Okay, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that was the thing yet. I think the small floor is a little awkward. Means we're going this mid. Titan Sentry is maybe not doing a lot this fight. Just gonna get played into all of these. Actually maybe double barrel, rough. That's super good at dealing with double barrel, aren't we? I don't think I can take 10 on my champion and just block with Dreg this turn. Alright. This is okay. I think this turn actually ends up looking something like this, where we block for the shark. Eh! We're looking at... Alright, I think this is going to happen. The difference between this and Frozen Lance is so astounding here. Block all of this damage and let these die to jack strips instead. That's probably good. Yeah, I'm very much not used to the lack of Frozen Lance yet. In terms of fight planning. Where does this go? In between? I think it goes in between. Alright, doing that every turn is so sick. Do I try to incamp twice mid-floor? Nah. Yeah, just accept that. Ugh. This is an awkward turn and this wastes a lot of damage, but I just need to get that out of the way. Just 125 damage with one spell. The Tuned is really good. Yeah, let's just not take a hit here. One hit on Solgard means that Daedalus kills him in 2 hits instead of 1, which is very much a big deal. I think it's just better to incant here. Like 61 rage kills pretty quickly. Yeah, this holdover thing is gross. So this creature is now kind of like backwards Tethys, where instead of going in the back and hiding behind everything, it goes in the front and takes the hits. Solgard is kind of interesting, but like the spells that I have don't get improved by the spell power, and they're already cheap, so I think this is just a skip. Nope. Actually, the spell weakness is kind of interesting, because, like, yeah. So, as of right now, my floors look like Solgard and Nameless Siren, and then Titan Sentry question mark. I'd really just like to make the Titan Sentry endless. That's kind of the plan. And if I duplicate this Rage Siren at some point, maybe that's cool. I don't know that I'm going to have gold to upgrade 3 different units well. I think I'm just going to skip this. This is very, 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 very easy card draw. Let's stay on the cold channel route to just see how it plays. I could have had a quick sweeper. I think I'm gonna stay on plan here. Quick on this is okay. It's good once it's scaled and bad before it's scaled. That seems fine. And I don't know about that. No, it's probably good in the last fight to have something with quick. I'm gonna re-roll for a health upgrade for the shark. It missed. Alright, so now we miss out on an early duplication option. I have to go here to finish upgrades, and I don't think the Strength Stone... Like, I can settle for Strength Stone next floor if I need to. But a large stone, or preferably multi-strike, would be much, much, much better. Could put that attack power here. Let's save the gold, though. With that unupgraded shark and no spells that actually like add armor or anything like that to this, I think I'm just gonna pass on this trial. I think I can do it without taking too much pyre health, but like I very much might be wrong. And I do not want to be wrong here. So awkwardly, this does mean that we're going to get crap in our deck, but the jackstrip will then kill it moving up a floor. That's going to be the case for pretty much this entire fight. So I think we're doing this, this. We're playing a dreg so that it can kill the collector next turn. Just not redraw that later. Let's assume that we actually need to do that. Okay, so now we can play that there, play that there. So this is 110 damage. So assuming that I assemble this, I can use these to kill on later turns. I don't have to use it to kill right now. So that's totally safe to do. Goodbye, Frostbite Shark. You have done your job. Thank you for your service. And now I just want to spam as many spells as possible this turn. We would prefer to kill both of these this turn if we can. I don't know how possible that actually is. Actually, and I guess I shouldn't have played the Train Stewards to die here, right? Yeah, that was probably just an error. The let's just incant as much as possible, and then next turn we'll be taking 3 curses out of our deck. We can do this, finish off that. Yeah, turns out just playing Crypt Builder every turn for free is pretty good. I don't have anywhere near the level of scaling that I need to kill Seraph, though. So, I don't know what to do about that. Urchin Spines is interesting, with Crypt Builder being something that I have access to every turn. Turning that into 330 damage is certainly cool, but like, the amount of damage that it does now kills most things anyway. I can use this to remove melee weakness in the last fight, which sounds really good because I have no idea how we're supposed to live through melee weakness with this as a front unit. Like, this with holdover is a very good way to improve my chances of winning that final fight. Alright, so now we're approaching this with considerable amounts more gold. Thank you. Thank you, Endless Shark. I'm at awkward amounts of gold again, aren't I? I'll like reroll, look at multi-strike, and be sad. But I'd really still like a health upgrade on my shark. Or a large stone on the shark. Endless large stone shark. Or do I just take the large stone on the siren? So that it has some respectable starting stats. Alright, am I reasonably getting to another Merchant of Steel? I want to go here. And then this is a really strong floor. And this is a really strong floor, so I really don't want to go to another Merchant of Steel. If I don't want to go to another Merchant of Steel, then it's these 2 upgrades, which are suboptimal upgrades. Well, this is a very good upgrade. This is a suboptimal upgrade. Hopefully I can just start doing unfair things with, like, the number of spells that I'm incanting later, and this becomes less of an issue. But, like, this is not what I'm looking for in a run. I have a lot of card removes on the path that I'm looking to take, though, so the deck should get significantly better. With, like, the Crypt Builder and such, I can probably take this. Let's set these up on the top floor, though. That's awkward. I think we need to try to high roll that. We have a pretty good chance of high rolling it. 50-50. Okay, this fight is way easier than it could have been. I will foregone power that. Okay. we're not doing a very good job of building up incants here, but we are doing a very good job of, like, keeping everything in check this fight. Is almost as good. But the good thing is that, like, I know I'm guaranteed to draw 2 spells every turn, so I can at least stack up some amount before the boss comes. Actually, I might just not worry too much about stacking and just hit this for 300 over the next few turns. So I can give this 12 Frostbite, or I can give this 2 more stacks, which I think is going to be more than 12 Frostbite by a very considerable amount. Well, this thing is doing surprisingly well, despite not actually having that much HP. 7 Ember on the first turn of battle helps with the crit builder situations we saw in this exact fight. Otherwise, it does almost nothing, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Sap? You discarded a decent amount of the time? I don't know. How much sense does it have to have another, like, very central holdover, or sorry, offering card when I already have one that's very central to my strategy? Unclear. I'll go ahead and skip that. I'm more interested in, like, Drain. Crushing Demise is okay, but awkward. The way to reset my Shark's HP, but I think I'm just gonna skip it. Again, like, focus number 1 right now is very much spinning the deck. Holdover being offered again? Holdover resin removal for free. Every turn, ignore melee weakness. Alright. I asked for it, so I guess we're doing it. Wow. Just no room. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. We have to get the deck to a higher density of spells. I think I'm gonna save the gold and not do a remove. At this point it's removes on dregs. The incant shards are sort of awkward in this fight for me. Okay, what is this? This is the dazed one. That's fine. I don't care if these units are dazed. Mid-floor Frostbite Shark. It sucks that these two can't really, like, kill two of these. Again, this card is very different from Frozen Lance. That's the incant one. Oh man, I forgot about my jack strips. Yeah, this turn looks pretty good. Boss or you? Just a few. I don't know about that decision. This is the dazed one, this is the dazed one. I'm gonna get through the deck pretty quickly. I will find that again. Let's remove all that dazed, and you can also just be a sacrifice. This is incant. Okay. Guess that was poor placement, huh? That's okay. So then this is dazed. Yeah, okay. So that's all in all very fine. Two of those things in a row is a bit of an issue. Let's get one. Alright, so you're gaining 10 armor, so right now you're at 44, really 54. This is... Alright, so we're at about parity here. Yeah, I don't just mess... Maybe I don't mess around with you, and instead... And instead I do that. Okay, so at this point, let's just play everything we can on the top floor to make sure that I scale enough for the boss. It almost kind of feels like I need a secondary tank so that, like, once this dies, I have something else that eats up a whole bunch of turns so that the frostbite kills. Actually, let's just discard that. We can just cast this here. Or double foregone power here. Maybe double foregone. Nope, alright. That was really close. Like, the pyre could have finished off that boss, but for how well we were decimating the waves, we didn't really do much against the boss. I need to take capacity, not play Glacial Seal, so that I can have 6, so that in the boss wave, I can reapply Titan's Sentry to my top floor behind the champion in front of Nameless Siren. Like, we're applying lots of Frostbite to the boss, but I'm not actually doing all that good a job at killing, because my champion doesn't live that long. This is especially true if, like, something goes wrong and this dies due to melee weakness shenanigans. I was planning on taking card draw twice, but I'm kind of worried that I die to some unfortunate draw orders where I don't get the holdover stuff established early. Just the most consistent deck in the world, huh? And this is a lot of Frostbite. Vapor Funnel seems fine. I can see some stuff leaking through. Go this Concealed Cavern and get more information first. Yes, Card Purge. Card Purges are good. I don't know that I need to purge the Glacial Seal yet, but I might be looking to purge it next floor. I don't know, maybe I do just purge it now. Maybe it's worse than Dreg. Like, when I have a plan that's specifically meant for having 6 space. Yep. Thank you for your service, Glacial Seal. Nope. I just, I don't know anymore. We just, like, not have cards to upgrade. Yeah, so we're gonna buy some card removes, looks like. We get 2 next floor, and a Hellvent. I think I'm gonna buy 2 card removes no matter what, so let's just do it now. Make this next fight easier. No. No. Alright. Really needed the turn 1 Endless Shark there, so that's very, very much appreciated. I was doing mental math to see if this was going to slay this, which would increase its power. But I guess that wouldn't matter anyway. The non-negotiable, that happens. Then from there, it's a question of like, do I want to try and hit Crypt Builder and discard it, or do I just scale the top floor? I think I am just supposed to scale the top floor. Aha! Alright, so we get this out of the way. We'll do that. Yeah, you're dying anyway. So that can go there without changing anything. Now let's go for scaling. See if we can kill that before it hits my champ. Nope. Oh, wait, hold on. So, as long as I cast one more there, I'm good, and I will actually do that. Alright. So, quick doing some work for the first time. We're a little short on our Frostbite Shark in terms of like having it die at appropriate times, but as long as we kill these units, I'm largely good with what happens here. We're gonna kill it between it and Jackstrips already, so that's totally fine. Yeah. So we don't actually get that many hits with this champion, but once we do that, our clock just totally changes. Stealth? That's interesting. Stealth is a way to really help out with melee weakness, and my deck's going to be very small, and my deck basically costs 0. Yeah, I'll gladly take this. I might even duplicate it. We had to pass on that trial, though, which means we don't get artifacts. It wouldn't have been that good anyway. I wonder if it's correct to remove one foregone power instead. Like, the dregs are going to self-remove themselves. If I remove a foregone power, there's a greater chance that I might be able to use Offering Token to redraw and replay a Crypt Builder multiple times in one turn as the fight goes on. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to remove one foregone power here. We're going to Emberstone the Engulfed in Smoke, for sure. Now, do I roll the shop and make it free? And then duplicate it? Or do I just, like, duplicate the Crypt Builder? Duplicated free Engulfed in Smoke is probably pretty sick. And start building stealth stacks from very early on in the fight. Just check that. Yeah, okay. What a weird run. I think it kind of all came together in the last floor there. Okay, well, we don't really have a lot of flexibility for how we set up in this fight. Like, we need to set up so that our champion is on a 6th floor. So that means this and this are just obligatory. It's +2 attack. I will give you +2 attack to not take 15 fire damage. I accept that. And let's do that. Just let that go? Seems kind of like I just let that go. Yeah, that's turn. That's always basically going to be worth doing. All right. Feels good. Do I want to play a unit here to increase this thing's attack by exactly 1 so that this dies? I think I do. Increases your attack by 2. Yeah, whatever. Same difference. Melee weakness on that 4 soul down there. Let's assume that I need to start incanting the heck out of this floor if I'm actually going to kill things with quick. I think I might be letting one of the Gilded Wings from this middle wave here get to the pyre. I think that's just something that's occurring. This is fine. This is fine. Alright, Seraph, have some attack power. Let's even out this fight a bit. Jack strips finishes off that top creature. Hold on. Is everyone effectively dead? Yeah. Effectively dead. Not actually dead, but effectively dead. Interestingly, my Frostbite Shark is going to have different amounts of stealth stacks than everything else. Uh-oh. Yeah, the stealth was very awkward here, because, like, the Frostbite Shark didn't necessarily do what I wanted it to do. I might be able to finish this off. Need to do it using as few spells as possible. Hold on, is that just lethal? That might just be lethal. So, 1,799 minus 1363 is 436. Yeah, that's lethal with Vapor Funnel plus this amount of Frostbite. So we handily won, right? That's what that was? Still could have taken a whole nother fire hit. So this champion as it stands now is very strange. Its role is interesting in that, like, it's a unit that you want to be getting hit, but compare this to, say, the cultivating line of the Awoken or something like that, where not only do those units have more HP, but the clan combination also has things like restores and awakes and such to heal it, and we don't really have that in Stygian. So, like, conceptually to me, it's looking like you want 6 spaces on a floor that has this. You want this thing in front to be the damage dealer. You want something behind it that's a secondary tank. And then you want the third thing behind it that is actually something that does damage. Maybe this is still strong enough because it hits really hard for the couple of times that the bosses hit. And, like, say you're facing a different Seraph, right? Like, say you're facing any other Seraph that hits 3 times. If you're facing one of those Seraphs, then this thing actually does damage incredibly quickly still, so maybe it doesn't matter that it doesn't have that much HP at the end of the day. But this was an okay to maybe slightly below average run in my mind. Like, we kind of got bad upgrades for this, and we largely didn't get much stronger after floor 3 until the final circle, right? We didn't pick up like hyper good artifacts this run. We didn't really pick up good spells. We got like that offering token and the crypt builder very early, and then after that, like, we kind of had a drought until we picked up and duplicated the engulfed in smoke in the final floor, and it was still okay. But yeah, overall, very interesting run, and I learned a lot about this champion. I'm interested to see if this gets any more changes, but it feels fine as of right now. Anyway, would love to hear your thoughts in the comments on like how I played this run. There were like I didn't realize until very, very late that like I really wanted that capacity for boss raid reasons, and then like I also didn't realize that like my units were going to have differing amounts of stealth with engulfed in smoke. So when I replayed it later, um, so would love to know what you would have done differently. All right, see y'all again tomorrow.